All right, we're hot.
All right, man.
Okay, we're here with David Lindsay, and this is Southern ELR and Reloading. David, how'd you do today?
Not too bad. Could
You got
have done
second
better,
place.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, worked out. Especially after dialing the wrong way on the first target.
What happened there?
Just
Mental error?
rights and lefts, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your hit percentage tends to go up quite a bit if you dial the right way and stuff.
Yeah. So how was it out there today?
Pretty good conditions. It stayed cloudy, so it didn't, mirage wasn't killer, which also kind of, no mirage, no indication of wind, but you can see better. So
Right.
it's always a give and take.
What? How many impacts did you get?
Two on T1, four on 2, 3, and 4, 1 on 5, and 2 on 6, whatever that total is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 on 2
yeah,
miles.
Yeah, that's the first time I've hit 2 miles a couple times, but that's the first time I went 2 out of 5 on it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I had a second and a fourth, and my first one was pretty dang center. I couldn't do that one
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
So how long have you been shooting ELR?
Competing real hard since 21. Really, I should say 20. Started competing pretty hard in 20. I did 1 or 2 1-mile matches in like 19, just get my feet wet. I was shooting a 6.5 PRC,
Yeah.
and then a 33, and then I think it was 2020 was my first time up here, and then by the end of 2020, it became pretty serious. Where 21,
Yeah.
I was competing pretty hard. In 21, I placed second here for the season.
Okay.
And hook's been set ever since.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you about your class. Do you have anything else you want to talk about today?
Had a good time. You can't beat. If you haven't shot spear point, you're missing out. That's the best way to put it.
Okay.
It's a great range.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about your class?
I'd have to look. I forgot the dates. It's June 12th through 14th. I'd have to look back. But
What's it called?
Arkansas Mafia ELR Clinic.
Okay.
Arkansas Mafia.
No, we're good.
Terry Dines, one of my sponsors with the Fusion Pro chassis, labeled me and Curtis as Arkansas Mafia, and it's kind of stuck then. So that was the name of the thing too. So it's going to be pretty much a.
See ya. Have fun.
Bye, buddy. It's going to be a 3-day school. I capped it at 8 people, so I'd be able to. I didn't want to sell an experience. I wanted to be able to have time one-on-one and sell the knowledge, not just a chance to go out, shoot 2 miles. I really wanted to. I wish I could have had more shooters, drive the price down to cover everything, but I really wanted to be able to have some one-on-one time with each shooter to make sure they get from the basics. We're going to start from zeros and tall target test and go through everything, and we have the opportunity to shoot out 2 miles out there. So
Okay, so you're going to take is it a beginner or any level?
Pretty much any level. I'm doing it for, there are a lot of new shooters in ELR, and
Right.
there is a need for it. I try to help all I can, but there's a lot of guys, and really, a few years ago when Applied Ballistics was a lot more involved with ELR and coming out to the ranges with their lab and stuff, people were able to get a little more data with personal drag models and all of that. So with new shooters, I really want to try to help them understand just getting a good profile built,
Right.
to increase the hit percentage.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start from the bottom and work up. And there's a couple guys bringing light guns. It is an ELR class. No one's showing up with 6.5 Creedmoors or anything.
Right.
But you know, light gun ELR rig, someone who wants to learn a little bit, and I'm gonna try my best to help out on reading wind and stuff, because that's always the kicker with this stuff.
It's challenging for everybody.
It is.
But that's the scariest part for a lot of people. They don't think they can do it.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
if you can guide them to
just
the
get their foot in the door and get them started. You know, I really want to see ELR grow. I want to see people shoot a match and get the hook set like it did me, and then come out to where we have more matches with 40 to 60 shooters versus the 20 to 30 shooters. I really want to see things grow, and once we get more shooters, more manufacturers will be interested, which, you know, that does nothing but help the sport as well.
yeah, should help with cost.
Mhm.
I would hope.
Yeah.
So where is this going to be located at?
White Oak.
Okay, White Oak.
Yep. Mount Pleasant, Texas.
Okay.
Randy Ridge and their place. You know,
Okay.
great guys down there. They have really. Last year was their first full season, and they had October, the one kind of filler out match, just getting broke in the year before that in October. And last year was their first full season, and they just keep trying to improve. I mean, last year we had a tent to shoot under. It was a big tent. It's a full metal thing to where the firing line's completely covered. You're shooting off AstroTurf. They've already upgraded their 3,000 and 2-mile target to permanent cameras, because they were having a few issues with cameras. Now he's upgrading the rest of the targets to permanent cameras to eliminate any issues. They have really put in a lot of work to make that range. You know, they have, for the most part, tried to copy Spearpoint, and they're doing really well with it. And White Oak and Spearpoint are two of the best ran matches in the nation.
Yeah, I really enjoy it down there. As long as my truck don't get stuck.
Yeah, trucks stuck. Yeah, it's a completely different match than Spearpoint. Out here, a lot higher winds makes things difficult, but even when you're off pretty bit, you can see where you miss out here. Spotting is very, I won't say easy, but easier. White Oak, with if there's any moisture there, the mirage gets so bad, and the berms eat it up. It's spotting out there is a nightmare, but it's less wind, so it's kind of pick your poison.
Closer to home too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's only 3 hours for me.
okay.
Yeah, I can leave several matches. I didn't even get a hotel the night before. I drove up that morning and was home by 6, 7 o'clock that night. So
Okay.
yeah, it worked out pretty well.
And you have a website?
I've got the posted deal
On White Oak?
Yeah.
Okay.
White Oak's got their Facebook stuff. I don't have any kind of website or anything for my stuff.
Well, that's what I'll do is I'm growing in this channel also, and so I'll figure out how to put up links to all this stuff eventually.
Yeah.
I'm learning all this stuff, so I don't. It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm getting here. You know what I mean? Once
yeah.
I get
Hell,
past
you're
this,
doing more than I could do. I wish I could had me and technology or
so.
we struggle.
But yeah. Okay. Well, I'll let you get to it.
All right,
and
man.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Guys, David Lindsay, he's having a class. You said June's already filled up, right?
June's already filled up.
And so we'll get more information later, and we'll post it on the site, and we'll go from there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That'll work, man. That's a good thing we need.